There are two types of people out there: those who love Mauricio Pochettino as a tactical mastermind who overachieved throughout his years at Tottenham Hotspur, and those who believe he's an absolute fraud whose good name has only come as a result of great PR. 7 months after being sacked by Spurs, the Argentine as well as the club's fans are still reeling from his departure. He told BT Sports they still had an emotional connection to the club and the dreams of a return to finish what he started. With this being the only cup to show for his 5 years at the club, what exactly did he achieve and why do the fans still feel so sentimental today? Since the turn of the century, Tottenham Hotspur fans have rarely seen any silverware, but they have seen a lot of players come and go. Their team has never been quite good enough to compete with the elite, yet not bad enough to dwell with the strugglers. They have spent the majority of the 21st century in elite English football purgatory. From Glenn Hoddle to Martin Yeo and Andrew Villas-Boas, past managers of the club have been hit with the same objective: help the club become a perennial Champions League side. Despite an anomalous season by Harry Redknapp, who achieved this for all of one season, consistency was lacking. That is until Mauricio Pochettino came in. In the summer of 2015, Mauricio Pochettino arrived at Hotspur away and he was greeted by a squad full of players who were there to collect their paycheck and go home. There was no passion, cohesion or direction between the club and the fans. The new coach for the 2014-15 season has an opportunity to reset the squad and culture. Every player got the chance to prove themselves and be a part of the new regime. Some players opted out, some excelled. However, the message was clear.
Finally, Mauricio, do you have a message for our fans?
Yes, we will try to give everything to make you proud of this football club.
Many of the players who came in with the €100 million generated from the Gareth Bale transfer to Real Madrid in 2013 either disappointed or were injured, apart from Christian Eriksen. The Danish playmaker was influential to the team's League Cup final run, which ended in a 2-0 defeat to Premier League champions Chelsea. A feeling of excitement began to fill around White Hart Lane about their new team, despite only finishing 5th in the league that year. The 2015 summer window was phase 2 of the clear-out. More than 10 first-team players were shipped out for younger, energetic warriors who were ready to run themselves into the ground for the sake of the team. Nobody fit that description more than South Korean forward Son Heung-min, who was signed from Bayer Leverkusen for €27 million. Son and his teammates exceeded every pre-season expectation and challenged for the league title. However, unfortunately for Spurs, fate intervened. Their title rally was bested by a magical run by Leicester City. After losing the title clinch in Battle of the Bridge, the young squad dropped their heads and their standards and lost their remaining 2 league games after that game. Those 2 defeats meant once again for the 20th year running, they had finished below local rivals Arsenal. By the end of that year, Mauricio Pochettino had delivered another promise that he'd made. He nurtured his young core into international players. Spurs started the 2017 season unbeaten in their first 12 league matches, but in Europe performances were poor. Shortly after their European exit, Mauricio Pochettino switched from a 4-2-3-1 to a compact 3-4-3 and ended title rivals Chelsea's historic winning run of 13 straight league games. A ball-playing back three of Eric Dyer, Toby Alderweireld and Jan Vertonghen were ahead of captain Hugo Lloris. Kyle Walker and Danny Rose played as wing-back. Their inconsistent one-on-one defending was on the back burner as they both had complete freedom to attack whenever. The 2 powerhouse pillars in midfield were summer signing Victor Wanyama, who Pochettino picked up from old club Southampton, alongside Moussa Dembele, who was already at the club when Pochettino arrived. Christian Eriksen occupied one of the 2 attacking midfield positions behind Harry Kane alongside Dele Alli, who was a goal-scoring midfielder that season, netting more than 20 league goals. The team kept winning games and ended the league campaign with the least goals conceded, most scored, and unbeaten at home with the club's highest ever Premier League points tally. While Spurs kept racking up the W's, so did Chelsea. The Blues went on to win 10 of their remaining 12 league games and win the title. The FA Cup was the only trophy left for Spurs to compete in. But Eden Hazard and Chelsea were there again to deny Tottenham as they beat them in the semi-finals at Wembley. This was a stadium where Pochettino and his squad would have to get used to and call home for the next 2 years, whilst their new stadium was getting built. At the start of the 2017 season, the summer transfer window happened, and a familiar sight for Tottenham fans occurred. Kyle Walker, who was just named as the best right-back in the league the previous season, had been sold to Manchester City for £45 million. In Game Balogun's Brave New World inside Pochettino's Tottenham, Mauricio Pochettino questioned Walker's professionalism, commitment and respect towards teammates due to the timing of his request. Walker's new team Man City became a juggernaut and blitzed the entire league. There was no shame in coming in third. This position had now secured the club's long-standing ambition of becoming a perennial Champions League club. Spurs surprisingly topped that year's Champions League group, which pitted them against holders Real Madrid and European giants Borussia Dortmund. However, the group stage results proved to be in vain as Tottenham predictably bottled their round of 16 tie against Juventus. The first leg ended 2-2 in Turin as Spurs took the lead through Son before conceding 2 goals in 3 minutes.
Yeah, but Tottenham, it's the history of the Tottenham. They always created many chances and scored so much, but at the end they miss always something to arrive at the end. We believe in the history.
So the 2017-18 season ended as the previous one did, no trophies and losing in the FA Cup semi-final, this time to Manchester United. The lack of investment to buy new players and the contracts of Toby Alderweireld, Jan Vertonghen and Christian Eriksen were the hot topic throughout the summer of 2018. Because of the new stadium, the club was strapped for cash. Many reports suggested that the squad also felt that the Pochettino project had peaked and gone stale. There was unrest at the club. In an odd start to the season following a weird transfer window where they signed no players, Tottenham were only winning and losing games. Yet they somehow found themselves in reach of table-topping Liverpool and Man City, who were having historical seasons. They went into the first month of the new year 6 points off the lead in the League Cup semi-final, in the FA Cup 4th round and in the Champions League round of 16. But as the calendar year turned, so did their form and luck. Harry Kane, Moussa Dembele, Victor Wanyama, Dele Alli began picking up recurring injuries. By February, they were only left in the Champions League. They had been knocked out of the Premier League title race, FA Cup and League Cup. Whilst it was going up in flames at home, it was paradise in Europe. Spurs were having their best European campaign since 1984. The second leg quarter-final v Man City was an all-time Champions League classic. Spurs went into the game as heavy underdogs despite their slender 1-0 first leg win. South Korean Heung-min Son fired Spurs into a 2-1 first half lead, but they ended up losing that game 4-3, drawing 4-4 on aggregate and winning a tie in away goals. Next up was a young Ajax team who had beaten 2 of the last 3 finalists on their route to the Champions League semi-final that year. The Dutch side won the first leg 1-0 before going back to Amsterdam and losing the tie dramatically, which caused me to react like this. It felt like destiny. Harry Kane was back for the Champions League final, and all the missed shots at glory would be forgotten if Pochettino and his squad lifted the most prestigious club trophy there is in club football. The final starts. Mohamed Salah converts a penalty that will not be given 6 weeks later. Spurs struggled to create opportunities against Europe's best defence and lost the final 2-0. After the match in Madrid, Christian Eriksen told Danish media that he wanted to leave the club. Attempts were made to sell him, but the club's valuation for him was not met. However, there was hope. Due to the success of the club's Champions League run, there was money to be spent, and Pochettino got 3 of his top targets. The terrible domestic form from last season continued into the new one, but this time it filtered into the Champions League also. Following a winless run of 7 games, which included embarrassing defeats to Colchester United, Bayern Munich and Brighton Hove Albion, Mauricio Pochettino was sacked on November 19, 2019. So, there you have it. Mauricio Pochettino changed the culture, brand and expectations of Tottenham Hotspur but could not deliver the fans anything other than memories. If one single factor had been different throughout his tenure at the club, he might still be there as a champion. What if Christian Eriksen's free kick during the 2015 League Cup final goes in? What if Leicester don't go on their miracle run? What if Kyle Walker decided to stay? What if the referee doesn't give that penalty against Moussa Sissoko after 23 seconds in the Champions League final? So many things were in the balance but went a conflicting way, and that is why we are here discussing what could have been, not what happened. Thanks for watching. Please let me know your favourite Pochettino memory in the comments, and also if you enjoy the content, please like, share and subscribe.